Hey guys, what's up? This is Brandon. I am a serialized author for manga, novels, and webtoons. A lot of you guys wonder what kind of qualities you might need to be a serialized author. Serialized meaning that you have to publish an episodic piece of work every week, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever it is. Examples of this being pretty much anything in Shonen Jump or on a webtoon. And so I'm going to start off by saying that the key qualities to being a serialized author are confidence and decisiveness. Those are qualities, two qualities. But before we get into the video, I want to make sure that you slam the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It's super important. Also to subscribe. Most people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you want to get mangaka content, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button to make sure that you stay updated on the content that I put out. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So once upon a time, I was not so good at getting girls. I know. Crazy thought, right? Manga author, plays video games, posts videos online, total womanizer. And honestly, right now after the pandemic, I'm not even sure if I can make eye contact with another human being. But once upon a time, I could speak to women normally. And before that, in high school, early college, you know, I was out there Googling on how to do that. And you guys might be wondering, hey Brandon, what does this story have to do with anything at all regarding manga? Don't worry, I'm gonna get to it. So I used to Google stuff like, how do you get a girl interested in you? And the first things that always came up were confidence and decisiveness, always. And that is actually why I started to develop these qualities. No, it was not because I developed them out of my own free will. It was because I wanted to get girls. I was determined. So I started off by forcing myself to become more decisive daily. So I would be making decisions like, hey, do I drink my fourth coffee of the day? Does it really matter that much? All right, fuck it. Let's drink the coffee. I need to hit this deadline. This coffee is going to help me. Let's do it. Boom. Okay, second decision of the day. Do I get McDonald's or do I get a salad? Okay, the salad is healthier. Boom, let's go. Doesn't really matter between the two decisions all that much in the grander scheme of things. Like the trivial decisions where you might spend too much time to overthink, like deciding what kind of takeout to get. I just cut all that time, made a decision, started to be a lot faster with that decisiveness, especially if the outcome just does not matter. If the outcome does not matter, just be faster in your decisions. It just doesn't matter which decision you're picking all that much. Obviously, don't make a decision without thinking at all, right? But if it doesn't really matter and you put like a little bit of thought into it and the outcome doesn't impact you in like a crazy way, just go. Anyway, so I was developing this decisiveness as a way to, start to get girls. And then the second piece, which is confidence, started to come with just me getting older, talking to girls more. The decisiveness helps you talk to girls. You're like, okay, should I talk to this girl? Fuck it, let's go. That's so I started to get practice with that. The confidence also came with doing my own thing, making new friends, going to the gym, whatever. I started off being fake confident in myself, and that was especially in high school. It was like a fake confidence. And then eventually people start to believe that fake confidence, and then eventually I started to believe that perceived fake confidence, which then I guess becomes real confidence if I believe it. It was a whole thing. Crazy story time, maybe another video. But where confidence and decisiveness tie back into making manga is with regards to serialization. So for a webtoon, you need to pump out 50 to 60 panels per week, colored. For manga, you have to pump out let's say roughly 18 pages of manga if you're in Shonen Jump a week. Grayscale or black and white. And every panel involves very meticulous decision making. I'm talking sound effects. I'm talking the angles at which the panel are perceived. I'm talking about panel composition. I'm talking about what goes into the panel. Dialogue, dynamic paneling, dynamic posing. There's a billion different things that you have to make a decision with regards to every single panel. And you only have 1 week or 2 weeks to do the whole thing. And thousands of readers are gonna see your decisions. So you will have to make fast decisions, make sure that they're kind of the right ones, or as close to the right ones as they can be given your time constraint. But the problem is, you have so many choices, right? For a sound effect alone, you have a billion options. But in the grander scheme of things, does it really matter? The real question that you should be thinking about is, does the sound effect convey what I want? It does? Okay, then let's lock it in. That's how I started to make my fast decisions, and that's what the decisiveness started to come in. Could there be a better option to the sound effect that I chose for this particular panel? Probably, but I don't have the time to figure that out. And honestly, the reader doesn't care if I use the sound effect boom or kapow. They both do very similar things. There's maybe one is better than the other, but you know, it doesn't really matter all too much. So being decisive in your decisions regarding art direction and writing are essential to being able to meet the crazy deadlines on a weekly or bi-weekly serialization cadence. I have dozens of artists, dozens, it's a fucking crazy number, that are working with me on serialized projects. A lot of them are always turning to me every single day, and they're always gonna, you know, ask, is this how you want the panel? Is this how you want the character's expression? Is this the right colors? Is this the right whatever? Is this how you imagine it, Brandon? Because you're the writer and you're the art director. You're the one with the making decisions. And I need to be able to make that decision very quickly so I don't slow down the workflow. Because if you slow down the workflow and I have to take like, I don't know, 2 days to think about what angle we're looking at this character from in one panel, I take 2 days out of the 7 days of the week for one panel, you're not gonna meet the deadline. Or for the other panels, you're gonna have less time to make those decisions because everyone's gonna be scrambling to make that 1 week deadline. And so that's really, you know, where decisiveness really comes in. And obviously where confidence comes in, you know, the more confident you are in your work and your life, the more likely you're going to be putting stuff out there. In terms of, you know, manga and webtoons, you're going to be putting out more projects. A person who isn't confident might not be able to make as decisive decisions so quickly, you know, on their project. In fact, they might not even feel that comfortable about putting out weekly publications for their own work. Personally, I don't understand how someone who isn't confident in their work is capable of serializing, right? Because you're publishing your work and you're showing a bunch of people and you don't have a lot of time to do it. So it's probably not going to be like the same quality as, you know, maybe if you had a month to do it. And a big problem with lacking confidence as a serialized author is that when you publish, oftentimes you become afraid of what people might think rather than excited of what those readers might think. And that's a big difference in mindset. And that, you know, if you're afraid and you're always afraid, then honestly, that's going to be a very toxic relationship with, you know, creating projects since you have to do it 52 times a year. So if you're confident, trust me, being a serialized author is a lot more fun and a lot less stressful, trust me. So how can you become more confident? Part of it is definitely a mindset thing. There's books and thousands of videos on that. I'm not your mindset coach, but honestly, in my opinion, I think that it comes with thinking about your strengths and what you're good at. Be proud of what you're good at and what you've accomplished rather than putting yourself down when you think about other people's accomplishments. Okay, how about decisiveness? Well, you just start by, you know, making decisions a lot more faster. Start with the ones that don't really matter. Do I make my bed in the morning? Don't think about, I don't really want to. Just do it. Just make the decision, just go. As you start to make your smaller decisions faster, you can eventually start developing that skill where then you can start making larger decisions a lot faster as well. Some really, really big decisions though, like what college should I go to? Like decisions that dictate the next like 4 or 5 years of your life. Maybe take more time on those ones. I definitely wouldn't put that in like the super decisive, like I gotta make a decision quick category. But I think that a lot of decisions that you make on your day-to-day can be resolved quicker with a more decisive mindset. Anyway, I hope that this helps with your understanding of how confidence and decisiveness can help you as a author, and hopefully, you know, if you become serialized, how it will help you in that scenario as well. If you want to learn about more how to make a manga, how to write for manga, I have a course. I created a whole course on from beginning to end, how you just write the whole thing and how you give it to your artist, storyboarding, the whole shebang, how you do your scripts. I have a course and it's linked in the description if you're interested. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, subscribe on this account, and tell me what kind of content that you would like to see next. I hope that this was helpful and thank you so much for watching. Peace out.